Can you survive a road rage attack financially? Here's the challenge most Nevada drivers face. You assume the other person's insurance will cover you when they snap and cause a crash, but many liability policies include exclusions for intentional acts, and insurers can and do deny coverage on that basis. This can leave you stuck and frustrated when you need help most.
Red Rock Injury Law, Las Vegas. Rock! Solid recovery! Solid recovery! Rock! Red Rock!
If you're feeling completely overwhelmed and lost, with no idea what steps to take or how to deal with the endless paperwork and calls from insurance companies, you are not alone. I hear this frustration every single day from people just like you. While insurers may deny claims citing intentional act exclusions, these coverage fights are fact-specific and sometimes resolved in favor of the victims when negligence or other coverage paths exist. I'm going to walk you through the psychology behind road rage, Nevada's legal distinctions, and the exact coverage that protects you from denial tactics. First, let's understand what happens inside your brain during these moments. You're cruising down the 215 and someone cuts you off without signaling. In that split second, something ancient takes over your brain. Meet your amygdala. It's an almond-shaped alarm system that's been keeping humans alive for thousands of years. When danger appears, it screams threat, and your body responds instantly. This system worked great when we faced wild animals or real physical dangers. But here's the problem. Your amygdala can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and a rude driver in a pickup truck. To your brain, both situations look exactly the same. Someone invaded your space. Someone threatened you. Time to fight or run. When someone cuts you off or tailgates you, your brain floods with stress hormones in milliseconds. Your heart rate spikes. Your muscles tense up. Your rational thinking gets pushed aside. This is what scientists call an amygdala hijack. Your emotional brain takes control from your logical brain. Here's what makes this dangerous on the road. Research shows this amygdala hijack can turn even the calmest person into an aggressive threat within seconds of the trigger event. That's barely enough time to change lanes. Even a normally calm person can, in a few seconds, react in a way that looks deliberate. This is why intent questions can get complicated. The stress hormones convince them that the other driver is the real threat to their safety. The scary part? Once the hijack happens, the amygdala can trigger a fast fight-or-flight reaction that overrides deliberate reasoning. The driver's brain has switched from "this person made a mistake" to "this person is attacking me and I need to defend myself." So how does the amygdala hijack turn ordinary drivers into dangerous threats? It changes how you see other drivers, from fellow humans to enemies. A simple traffic mistake becomes a personal attack in your mind. Your brain tells you that ramming their car or cutting them off is self-defense, not assault. An amygdala-driven outburst can lead to aggressive, possible intentional acts. Whether courts or insurers treat the conduct as intentional depends on the facts, not neuroscience alone. If you feel that surge happening, the best safety step is to de-escalate. Don't engage. Preserve evidence with a dash cam or photos, and call 911 if threatened. This shift from accident to intentional behavior creates your insurance nightmare. Nevada law treats these situations very differently, and so do insurance companies. Here's what most Nevada drivers don't know. There's a legal line between bad driving and road rage, and crossing it changes everything. Nevada law separates aggressive driving from road rage. The difference isn't just about severity, it's about intent. This matters more than you think because your insurance coverage depends on which side of that line the other driver lands on. Let's break it down. Aggressive driving under Nevada law is defined as a pattern of moving violations within a short driving episode and is treated as a traffic crime. Think speeding, tailgating, weaving through traffic, or running red lights, all in a short distance. Aggressive driving is usually treated as negligent conduct and commonly falls under liability coverage, but insurers sometimes litigate the line between negligence and intentional acts. That's why clear evidence and early legal help matter. But road rage? That's intentional intimidation or assault with a vehicle. When that amygdala hijack leads to intentional action, like deliberately ramming, blocking, or chasing another driver, you've crossed into road rage territory. The driver isn't just making poor choices anymore, they're using their car as a weapon. Nevada takes this seriously. Rex's law now hits extreme reckless drivers with 6 to 10 years in prison when they exceed speed limits by 50 miles per hour or more. Or they target school zones. This is an example of Nevada increasing penalties for the worst reckless driving, and criminal sentencing is separate from civil and insurance outcomes. A bill has been proposed that would create Nevada's first dedicated road rage statute. It would define road rage as knowingly operating a vehicle to intimidate or harass another person. This would make the legal line even clearer. Here's why this legal distinction matters for your wallet. Insurance companies use it as their escape hatch from paying claims. They study police reports, looking for any sign that the other driver acted intentionally instead of just carelessly. Because insurers look for intent, you should tell the responding officer if you were threatened or chased, or request specific language in the report like brake checked, chased, or threatened. But be careful not to use words that could infer what the other driver's intent is. You can't possibly know his actual intent anyway. There is no need to give the other driver's insurance company ammunition to potentially deny coverage based on an intentional act. The moment a driver's actions become intentional rather than just negligent, standard auto insurance policies have a built-in loophole. Every policy has what's called an intentional acts exclusion. This means they won't pay for damages caused on purpose. So what's the difference between aggressive driving and road rage in Nevada law? Aggressive driving is a pattern of violations that insurance will usually cover because it's still considered an accident. But road rage involves intent to harm, and that intent lets insurance companies walk away from your claim completely. But there's one type of coverage that most Nevada drivers already have that can protect them from this insurance company escape route. That coverage is uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, or UIM. This is your financial shield against insurance companies' denial tactics. It's infuriating when insurance companies delay claim payments, lowball offers, or give accident victims the runaround, especially when you're already experiencing pain and the stress of lost wages. They are absolutely not looking out for your best interests. And frankly, they're counting on you getting worn down. What I'm about to share is precisely how you can protect yourself from these tactics. Most people think UIM only covers them when the other driver has no insurance. That's not the whole story. Here's how the insurance trap works. When road rage leads to intentional acts, the at-fault driver's insurance company can refuse to pay using their intentional acts exclusion. They'll argue that since the driver intended to hit you, it wasn't an accident covered by their policy. This leaves you with massive bills and no way to recover from the person who hurt you. But UIM coverage can often step in when the at-fault carrier denies coverage due to an intentional acts exclusion. In Nevada, UIM is a common and crucial way victims recover when the other driver's insurer disclaims coverage. The key difference is that UIM covers you for injuries and damages when their insurance fails you. Let's say the other road rage driver deliberately hits you and their Geico policy denies coverage because of an intentional acts exclusion. Your UIM kicks in and covers medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. The denial doesn't affect your coverage at all. Here's what you need to do right now. Check your specific UIM limits today. Many people carry the state minimum, which won't be enough for serious road rage injuries. State minimum limits are usually too low for serious road rage injuries, so increasing UIM limits is one of the most cost-effective protections you can buy. Road rage crashes often cause more severe injuries because the impact speeds are higher and the crashes are more violent. If you're involved in a road rage incident, preserve police reports, dash cam footage, witness statements, and medical records immediately. These evidence items are central to making a UIM claim and countering insurance denials. Remember that UIM policies vary and disputes can be complex. If an insurer denies coverage, contact a Nevada attorney experienced with road rage insurance fights. With proper UIM coverage, you're protected against the insurance industry's most common escape route in road rage cases. But the best protections start with understanding what triggers these dangerous situations in the first place. Now you have the tools to protect yourself financially from road rage attacks. The next time you're driving and feel that amygdala alarm go off, remember this. Staying calm protects your safety and your wallet. Road rage doesn't just put your lives at risk, it can leave victims financially stranded when insurance companies use their denial tactics. Check your auto policy today to see your UIM limits. If you're carrying state minimums, talk to your agent about increasing that coverage. Raising your UIM limits is a relatively low-cost step that protects you from potentially very large bills. If you're injured in a road rage incident, don't wait. Nevada's statute of limitations for personal injury is typically 2 years, so seek legal help promptly. Here's what to do immediately. First, check your UIM limits. Second, preserve evidence like photos, dash cam footage, and your police report number. Third, call a Nevada attorney for specific advice about your situation. Remember, if you feel threatened, call 911 and don't get out of your car. Your brain's ancient alarm system will always react to threats on the road. But now you know how to protect yourself from both psychological triggers and the financial traps.